Beside what's written in the agenda, it's not Luca from Digital Globe which starts, it's actually me giving a short introduction into day 2 of Wherecamp Berlin. And my name is Nowak. I'm one of the organizers of Wherecamp Berlin, and I want to give a quick overview about the last sessions, also a little bit scoping into what's coming in the next days and also next year. Yeah, it would be great if you all take a seat, if you could, because I would also like to start with a little analog survey. Just hands up, please. Who was there yesterday? Oh, great. Who actually visited Wherecamp last year? Okay, significant less hands. And is there anyone who visited all of the Wherecamp Berlin sessions already? Okay. Okay, I see. So I think it's actually then it makes a lot of sense. It goes a little bit the history of Wherecamp Berlin. As written here, the whole thing started in 2011. Actually, it was not even Wherecamp Berlin at that time, it was Wherecamp EU. So for those who visited yesterday's talk from Gary Gale, what 3 words, he's also the founder of Wherecamp EU. And the 2011 session actually started here in Berlin. For those who know, who had a Geo beer yesterday evening, they had one too at that session. If you could see, that is Prater in Prenzlauer Berg. And yeah, that was a really nice end of that session, as far as I remember. I don't remember that much of that time, sorry. Yeah, so this is actually where all of this started here in Berlin. Jumping forward to 2012, what happened in between? Roland from Boyd University and Philip Kandal from Telenav and myself, we sat together, I think it was in San Francisco at that time, and we all visited Wherecamp EU 2011, and we thought it would actually be super cool to have a similar thing also running here in Berlin. We met at that time, I think it was Where 2.0, which happened in April, as far as I remember. And who knows, Where 2.0, long time ago, there was also a Wherecamp at that time. So there was a traditional bar camp next to Where 2.0. Where 2.0 was a geo conference in San Francisco, very much dedicated to professional work. The tickets were extremely expensive, as far as I remember, a 4-digit number. And yeah, so and the Wherecamp San Francisco was really tailored to people who were more into tech. They paid nothing, really agile, and yeah, we liked that setup a lot, and we would like to transport it also here to Berlin. And so we started with a session at 2012, and as you can see, that is actually the visitors list we have at that time, and all of these spots mark people from different countries. Obviously, we had a lot of European people, but you also could see some people from, I think, somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea, some people from Japan, the Philippines, and the US, and so on. And the hashtag that marked in there was, you know, some hot topics I remembered we took as some key topics, because every Wherecamp usually have a few key topics around. At that time, the one I remember was actually NFC. It is not that much geo-enabled technology, I have to admit, but it was some kind of trending thing, and many people believed that it was also a changer in interacting with devices and bridging analog gap, bringing into the digital world. And yeah, it was quite interesting. Why is there a number 1? Yeah, because the Berlin session 2012 happened in summer, and due to the great success, we thought it would be cool to have also a 2nd edition. We called it Campfire Edition. It was in Christmas, and yeah, we had actually good support also from the that time Skobler, now Telenav team, who brought great designers and made this nice logo and poster. At that time, the second edition was really hot about data visualization. I think it's a topic that still is hot. We had talks from Car2DB and also from Mapbox, and you can see how do you present your data on top of a map with a really nice map as a canvas. That is all still trending topics, so it's lasting. Yeah, 2013, there was actually kind of let's say, tech map, if you would say like this, that collected some of the phrases and some of the impressions from the Wherecamp. And you could see that was the 2013 edition. At that time, we had only one edition. But it was also, I think we had the same amount of visitors, also roughly 150 to 200 people. And at that time, 3D MIPS was trending. Why? C3 company, a Saab venture who created the 3D maps, was actually acquired by Apple and was done also available in iPhone and iPad. And I think also here had a 3D map offering at that time based on this more or less same technology. It was quite cool to see how that turns out also on many devices. Yeah, the last year edition, 2014, I think similar to this event, we had also an app, and also like this, we had an initial version of indoor mapping. As you could see, the hashtag indoor, I think we find it also this year again is still a trending topic. Especially I think Boyd as a campus is a very good example of how difficult it is to find certain places in a vast area. I mean, I remember my first time here, I think it took me 15 minutes to get actually to the right building. I'm not saying that I'm somehow from the geo industry. And yeah, so you could see the way how it's illustrated with the certain icons. That was the first version. I think Jolie and also others demonstrated the last efforts from indoor, and you could see the vast improvement that actually these offerings had, also including now real indoor routing, which at that time was actually not working, I have to admit. Yeah, so jumping forward to this event, obviously it's not gone yet. I think we heard already some really good talks. I mean, personally, I really like also the panel discussion. I think we jumped to, thanks to Roland, I think to every topic that's now trending. And but what's actually in my mind still is that also traditional players shifting away from classical map making into actual data processing. So you can see they are now folding exabytes of data in real time, and they see this also as their biggest challenge. So I think what is pretty clear is also that we're seeing other players from maybe non-GeoIT related domains jumping into market. You could see, for example, SAP going into the geo market. You could see Oracle going there. So these are all companies who have experience with processing really, really big chunks of data, and I think that's also no new frontier. But also happy afterwards to hear your opinions about what's trending. Yeah, so what is next? So one thing that I'm also doing next to Wherecamp is a spin-off which started in 2013. It's called Geo Monday. We had this year, it's I think the edition with the most amount of events. It's 7th of December. There is the 4th edition. Last one was actually also pretty cool. We had, usually we are in Berlin. We had Mobile Suite, so it's somehow our headquarter nowadays. But the last event was in Potsdam, and we had the pleasure to have a live drone event. So for everybody who's interested, just visit geomonday.org and visit the blog there. You could see some live videos. I think there was some professor from Brandenburg who made real-time 3D modeling using stereoscopic drone imagery. So I think he made a 2-minute round flight on top of a building which was close, and started an application processing for roughly 2 hours, and then you could see a 3D model of this one, fully textured. It was quite impressive, and you can see everything there, so pictures and videos. Yeah, so I would be happy if you also afterwards, 7th of December, joining there. We have still some places left. We have already some good speakers. Topic is this time experience your places. It's mainly about aggregating places, harmonizing places data, and processing them into applications. We have speakers there from Yelp. We have speakers there from startups. So it's, I think, as always, a quite good mix. Yeah, and none but the less, we said it also yesterday, there is a new association in the process of being found. You can see it under the domain. It's geoit.org. So for everyone who is interested, please also follow up and sign up there. You know, nothing to pay, anything. It's just that we're collecting interest because as it's in the process of being found, we want to see, okay, what are the members we're seeing, private, corporate, governmental members, and what actually the way we can offer networking capabilities and so on. So everybody is heavily invited to do so. All right, so that's basically just the opening. I would then also invite Luca from Digital Globe to continue with the first talk. So a little applause for Luca maybe.